Please put your hands together as we now welcome the Managing Director, APAC FMA, Ms. Doris, and over to you, ma'am.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Doris Spielthenner. I'm the Managing Director for SMA, a German inverter technology company. Let me talk to you a little bit about the energy transition and the question of how do we get from where we are today to where we need to be in 2030, 2040, 2050 to reach the national and the global renewable energy targets that we have been set out to meet. As you can see with the little character there, it's not going to be without tears. It's going to be perhaps painful at times to try and get to where we need to be. So we at SMA, we've been at the forefront of developing innovations and technology to not only meet the requirements of the future, but to lead the technology requirements of the future. And that means that our solution covers everything from BESS, e-mobility, power to gas, as well as system integrations. So we've got our eyes not only on those technology trends, but also on how do we get from here to where we need to be and create systems that can be operated safely and securely with the increasing cyber technology threat we're going to face. So I'll also be talking about that. So I'll be talking about the trends, I'll be talking about cybersecurity, and I'll be talking about how do we get from where we are today to where we need to be and grow sustainably. And when I say grow sustainably, I mean profitable growth. So we don't want to be somebody who is no longer here in 5 years' time because we go bankrupt like some of the other players in the market. So we're here to stay. We've been in the market for more than 40 years, and we certainly have the intention to be here and be a partner to our customers for the next 40, 50, 100 years. So growing sustainably also means growing fairly. So that means being fair to the environment, because that's why we are here in this market, is to protect Mother Earth and not to destroy it. So SMA has a very strong sustainability commitment. And also we have to look out for diversity and bring on board a workforce that is diverse and include women in this journey. Who is SMA? So we have invented the first string inverter more than 40 years ago, and we've not stopped there. We followed this up by more than 1,700 patents and innovations in the sector. We've been a strong partner to regulators and our customers in more than 190 countries in this world. We've got more than 125 gigawatts of installed inverter capacity and more than 6 gigawatts of storage capacity in the market. We've got 3,500 people globally. We've been in India for almost 20 years, and we've got a large team here in India spread across the country, and we're going to build and set up a center of excellence for grid modeling in Bangalore as we speak. So we've got a big opening ceremony in 2 weeks' time. Come talk to us if you want to join us to celebrate this milestone. So what is it that we do at SMA? So when we develop our products, we develop integrated products that at the base, at the ground level, we've got our systems, our inverters, but we've also got a second layer of service, which is a part of how we can serve our customers successfully and be good partners. So all the way through the life cycle of a project, from the design phase, the commissioning phase, energy monitoring, field service, support, cybersecurity, etc. So, and at the top, we've got a software layer, making sure that we have the right tools through which our customers can engage with their products, with their assets, but also connect other assets to it. So the trends I'm going to touch upon are across storage systems, the future of e-mobility, as well as interconnected digital services and systems. So let me get to talk about storage first. So storage is going to be the backbone, and already is the backbone of our renewable energy transition. With the increasing number of renewable energy assets coming onto the grid, we've also seen through those decentralized assets a lot of complexity in our markets. Many of you will know that not all of the EPCs, not all of the installers know how to securely and stably install complex storage systems or hybrid systems into the market. So this is certainly something and knowledge that we need to build. We've also got increasing cybersecurity threats in our systems. And also, of course, these storage systems, they serve different purposes. So whether it's to store excess energy, whether it's to help stabilize the grid, or whether it's to actually make money from those systems and play in the ancillary markets. So we at SMA, we've got solutions for all of that, as you can imagine. So within dispatchable renewable energy systems, in India, we see with the latest utility tenders, we see a lot of increased demand and ask. And so the sweet spot are really 4 to 8 hour applications at the moment, and the solutions we can provide are safe and viable already today to implement. We've also got solutions for hybrid systems, integration with wind, with PV, and diesel and other energy sources. Again, already these solutions are proven around the world and cutting edge for you to install. So best and stability is a really important topic and close to my heart. So I'm based in Sydney, in Australia, and in Australia, due to the very weak transition lines, we've got a big issue with grid stability, and so storage systems provide a big solution for keeping the grid stable and providing a solution. And so also in India, as you can see, as we put more and more renewable energy resources into the grid, grids become more unstable, and we've seen, since the start of 2022, 28 plus incidents in India with a loss of 1,000, megawatts of capacity just due to that instability. So SMA is a partner with regulators around the world, especially also AEMO in Australia, to have a partnership and think about, well, how can we together develop solutions that make our grids more stable. And, we are working with all of these, energy authorities that you can see here to provide that. This, what you see on the slide, is a typical trajectory of where we're going. Like the initial inverters that were, provided into the markets, they're what, one could call, grid following inverters, because if there's any wobble, any instability in the grid, like the inverters will just follow that sinus curve, rather than, balance it out. So the current state inverters, or what we see, what needs to happen is that inverters provide stability to the grid, so stability functions. And the future of inverters, and we see that demand now in not just the Australian markets, but many markets, also India, around the world, is the need and the desire for grid forming inverters. And that technology really helps to provide synthetic inertia, black start capabilities, grid boosting capabilities, and the like. And so we've been involved in many world-leading projects in that area. So the world's first grid booster project, 250 megawatt, big storage stability asset in the offshore wind, as well as one of the largest, or the largest at the time, grid forming storage project of 300 megawatts. Another trend, another area of innovation I want to talk about is power to gas. So we've got a subsidiary called Altenso, which is entirely specialized in power to gas applications. We've got a very mature platform that allows our customers to build scalable solutions for the future. If you're interested in that, please come talk to us. We're in Hall 3. You find us right at the entrance. E-mobility, another very important topic. I don't know about you, but when I walked through the exhibition floor downstairs. There's probably 300 brands that are trying to sell or are selling e-charging devices, EV charging devices. So that's great. How do they differ? How do they differentiate? Well, at SMA, we've invested in EV charging technology that is intelligent, that helps businesses charge fleets of up to 2,300 cars. It's cost-effective free charging, it's intelligent, it uses artificial intelligence to balance out the loads and the demands. It's after-sales supported. I don't think all of the 300 players can say that they've got good after-sales globally. I think we can say that we've got very good after-sales and service support across India. And also our solution is SAP integrated, so integrated into ERP systems, so good for invoicing, billing, etc. So everything a business needs. Lastly, I want to talk about our cross-sector energy management platform. So it's basically an Internet of Things platform that brings together heating, cooling, cooking, EV charging, whatever, electricity, all of the different sources and all of these different devices that might come with their own software platforms. So our system brings, NXOS brings all of these different technologies together such that they can communicate with one another and deliver energy efficient results for our customers. So this is our state-of-the-art platform. Our products all come equipped with that these days. As I said at the start, to get from here to where we need to be, we need to have our eyes on cybersecurity. It's a very important topic, close to my heart. I used to work in the IT and software industry, and so that's a big topic here, and it's not enough of a topic in the renewable energy industry. A lot of people, when they think about cybersecurity, they just think about, okay, somebody's trying to attack my data and I'm going to protect the data of my energy asset. All right, so what could possibly go wrong, So is that the worst thing that could happen? Well, no, it's not, because it's not just about stealing the data. The bubble in the middle, that's the real risk. It's somebody sees the opportunity, sees an inroad through the communication devices, through the batteries, through the inverters, to actually attack, maybe overheat your assets and bring them down, capture them, take control of them. And if somebody takes control of enough of those assets, that also means they can bring the grid down. So that's what we are really trying to protect. So at SMA, our goal and motivation is to protect the electricity supply, protect SMA customers, and really also protect SMA ourselves. So we've got a very comprehensive cybersecurity program where we constantly strive to improve not just our product, but also the operating systems that sit behind it. We've got a very holistic approach to cybersecurity. We've got a dedicated team in Germany. We've got a central team that's taking care of all of the cybersecurity teams around the world. So we are concerted and we work together. We pick up global threats and trends and can do vulnerability testing and then immediately ship out onto the inverters, onto the assets, the new firmware that's updated with the latest patches, the latest support for the for the safety of the assets. We've got vulnerability handling. We've got a secure development process where we, everything from the first inception of a product through to the development of the product. And we don't stop there. So once the product rolls off the conveyor belt or out the manufacturing hall, we don't stop there. We constantly do vulnerability testing for our products and send out and ship out the latest updates of it. And also, we're independent. We're an independent, company. Our shareholders, none of them are governments. Our shareholders, none of them are, tricky players in the market. And we've spent 20 plus years in India building relationships with our customers and building trust. I believe that we can bank on. Our data is stored in Europe, in the EU, following all of the strictest data protection laws. And for those customers who do not want to store data in the EU, they can of course also store the data on site. Last but not least, I'd like to talk about sustainability. So, as I said at the start, to get from here to where we need to be, we also need to be a fair player and a clean player in this market. One of the very important initiatives that we take is that we try to keep our failure rate below 1%. And so that means that we don't have to go in and sell, for each inverter that we sell one spare because we already expected to fail it in 5 years, 10 years. No, we try to have a failure rate of 1% over the lifetime of the asset. And so that means that we keep our footprint low. SMA has a lot of credentials when it comes to ESG. I've just put one of them up there. We've got a AAA rating by MSCI. We've got many other medals, many prizes, etc., etc. But we don't do it for the prizes. We do it out of a feeling of conviction. It's what SMA has been built to do. It's to protect the planet, and it's reflected in everything that we do, from start to finish. And that's it, really. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you join SMA on the pathway to driving innovation forward for our industry and doing so sustainably. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Doris, for that wonderful presentation. On behalf of Informa Market, we thank you and like to present a memento to you.